We got Nakamura, the king of strong style, and Karrion Kross had a little something to say to the king of
So
strong style.
Nakamura was gone, and like he kind of like fizzled out for a while before he was gone, and now he's being thrown over by Triple H, which I love because I like Nakamura. There was a reason why people were singing his song because people loved him because he's entertaining, he's so different, he's so good, and so I really liked that.
Shinsuke Nakamura should have been WWE champion. Still has time to be one if they ever decide to get the titles out of the Island of Relevancy. I love Nakamura because of his Japan style, bringing that over to WWE, and he's just good. Like his whole aura gimmick, all that, and to pair it now with Karrion Kross, I think that's money or fish in a barrel.
I'm more of a Scarlet fan than I am a Karrion Kross fan, as you know. But I thought this little promo video package, whatever you want to call it, with him was actually really good.
It's really good.
And I felt like it had some interesting aspects to it. First of all, I felt like the what he was saying and just the whole vibe of the video was really compelling because like I actually sat there and watched it. Whereas
Yeah,
sometimes, you might see a video package and just be like, okay, whatever, like it's just another video package. But I thought it was interesting because we've talked about how maybe this is his last shot at becoming relevant and solidifying himself on the roster. So I liked how they addressed his former feuds that kind of none of them really came to fruition. Like they never really ended. They just kind of abruptly stopped happening. But I like the twist that he put on them. So he addressed McIntyre, Mysterio. I can't
Madcap?
remember.
No,
Yes,
Honor.
Madcap. Yes, Madcap. So I like how he mentioned all three of them and then said, oh, after they dealt with me, look at what happened to them. Like this happened to Drew. This happened to Ray. This happened to Madcap. So I was like, whoever came up with that is actually pretty brilliant because it does look like he had a bigger impact on them than what we feel like
Oh
because I
yeah,
don't think any of those feuds are memorable um
yeah.
or were all that good, to be honest.
I thought the Drew one wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but that strap match was um could
That
have
was
been better. So anyway, so I just felt like, him discussing what his influence did, like how it altered their stories for their next rivalries. I felt like that was a really interesting way to involve him and hype him up a little bit. So I feel like this kind of seems like you said, him versus Nakamura, I think is far more interesting than what we've seen from him so far. Yeah, and I think it's a good one for Nakamura to come back to because I think it's easy to just throw him to like whoever the biggest heel is at the time. But I think that this is a little bit more interesting because you don't really know what to expect from either of them right now. And this is just easy to get Nakamura back over in everyone's good graces, apparently, because, people didn't really care for him as around the time that he left. So yeah, I'm intrigued so far.